This is the Tell All episode, and I'm ready to give Nene, all the way here from London, the tea.
Yes, Nene is here, and she's going to give me all the juice. I'm going to get that right for you. So, guys, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
So, how does it feel to sit in that chair?
I did not know that this was a hot seat.
Speaking of hot seats, we're just going to go ahead and dump straight into the hot tea that I promised the audience about. How did you get into this business? We are all dying to know. You don't do hair, do you?
I do not. I am licensed.
Oh, wow.
I am licensed because I'm a career student. So I have numerous educational degrees to back up all of this.
But, oh, wow. Black girl magic in its flesh. Absolutely.
But I've always been in the beauty arena. I remember being about 7 and being asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said pretty.
And you're absolutely gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous, you guys, even in person. I love your makeup. I've actually had a chance to test your makeup line. It's absolutely marvelous. By the way, I'm actually wearing majority of the makeup from your makeup line today. I wanted to surprise you.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, Face Cafe, what does it mean to you? How did this come about?
So, Face Cafe, after a second near-death experience, I was laying in the bed. It was around the time when it was a lot of national attention to Black Lives Matters was starting.
Okay.
And there was a push to support Black businesses. And as I laid there in bed, I thought to myself that I just wish that we didn't have to push people to support our businesses, that we provided good service and had professional businesses, and people wanted to support our businesses without being pushed or forced.
Absolutely. That's very, very important.
So I wanted to take on, who do you lead when you come up with ways of bettering your community or even your race? Who do you leave that responsibility to? Yourself. You make the first move, and that's what I did. I talked to my husband, I talked to my family, and I said, I want to open up some business. I want to mentor business owners.
And the first business that you opened up as far as in the beauty industry, was Face Cafe?
Face Cafe.
How did you come up with that name?
So, my grandmother lives here with me in North Carolina, and she's a little older. And she says, I want to help, but I can't do makeup. I said, well, what do you do well, Grandma? She said, I can make a good cup of coffee. And hence, the name Face Cafe was born. I said, well, we're going to implement a free cup of coffee with every service. So that way you can work while the makeup girls are working. And
absolutely, because makeup artists do start at the crack of dawn sometimes in that cup of joe. Let me tell you, coming from, I love that laugh. Oh my God.
I just learned it.
Oh, wow. Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. How many people have you helped along the way?
I've created jobs for about 50 people since I've started. We're going to be 3 years old this year, and in the last 3 years, I have created and put food on the table of at least 50 families.
That is absolutely wonderful. Not to count all of the countless extra things you and your husband partake in at the church. You and your family are very actively involved in your church. Would you care to enlighten us on your spirituality?
Everything that we do is to give God glory. This is not for us. God planted these seeds in us, and we want to return his gifts back to him, magnified. So everything that I know, all my talents come from him. So I use them to magnify him.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So what's your absolute favorite thing about the beauty community? What is your favorite thing?
I love the transformation of everything. And I know everybody says that, but I see more than just a physical transformation. I see the internal transformation that happens when a woman sits there and maybe see that before picture when her face is bare and she sees all her flaws, and then we cover them up. And I see the confidence that is just pouring from her as she sits there and watch herself become something that she's seen on television or she's seen on the internet, something beautiful like a polished diamond.
Absolutely. And following up that question, there was such positive energy. I absolutely agree with you 100%. When I wear my makeup, I feel like Beyonce. I am
Oh my
Beyonce.
goodness.
Move over.
Oh my goodness.
But what that being said, what is the worst thing that you don't like about this community? What is something that you're willing to change? What is something you've seen that you didn't like?
So we all know that there's going to be a level barriers in everything that you do. What's important for me once we got into this community and we ran into a lot of barriers is that we had to remain grounded in our purpose while we were here. Because if not, seeing people who don't even see their gifts, that don't know that they have a gift, and you try to pull the gift out of them and they're not ready. Or you see people who should be working together, but instead of working together, they work against each other and they spend more energy attacking one another
And actually building each other
than
up.
actually building each other up.
So how do you feel about potential? What is the meaning? What does potential mean for you, and how far does potential get with you?
Potential is good. I love talent. I love raw talent. But being in this business for 3 years, my number one attribute from a person that I'm looking to be with is loyalty. I can train you to do makeup. I can send you to school to do microblading. I can send you to school to do hair. I can do all those things, but I can't teach you how to be 100. I can't teach you how to be loyal.
Yes, 100 is something that we all scream to the top of the rooftops. And loyalty is the hardest thing for people to commit to. And I just feel like that is in the community so strong. And, you have to be careful for those who scream loyalty. And you have to be very careful because those sometimes are the ones who are the most not, and they will prove themselves to be helping people along the way. How do you respond to the negative when people didn't get exactly what they wanted from you? How did you respond to that?
So me, I keep it classy all the time.
Classy.
Classy all the time. I'm human, so there is a degree of pain that I feel when I feel betrayed, or I feel that, someone didn't get to their full potential, because I know that people are going to leave. I know that people are going to find their own wings and leave the nest. That's what I want them to do. But I'm a little sad when you really didn't get everything that I was trying to teach you. It's kind of like I'm in a parent role. And, you want your children to be prepared for this world, because when they're not, they're going to come back with and they're going to have to get whooped out there, because this world is harsh. And I scream, or I try to advocate. I don't have a clique.
There's no circle.
There is no circle. My circle is husband, wife, husband, wife. That's we go. Everything else, to include our children, those are bonuses for us. But our lives are about us and our faith. So I guess I should put God, husband, wife. But people think they can do this alone. You can't do this alone.
You can't do this alone, ladies and
Can't do it
gentlemen.
alone.
We're going to go ahead and go to break. We'll be back in a moment. Thank you. So I just got finished reading a couple of excerpts from your book, which I absolutely love, you guys. Post-Whoredom by Honesti. I just need to ask you this question while we're wrapping up. Teamwork, haters, messiness. How does that play a role in? How do you deal with that?
Just touched my soul.
Did I? I meant to.
I mean this sincerely from my guts. Entrepreneurship is not for us, the individual. Entrepreneurship is for our legacy, it's for our race, it's for our communities. We need to succeed. And in saying that, there's strength in numbers.
Absolutely.
Get rid of the pride, get rid of the messiness, get rid of the stuff that is not equating to empowerment of each other, and learn to support one another.
You don't have to bash anyone to build anyone up.
Even if you can't financially support someone, those likes are free.
They absolutely are.
Those shares are free. You will go and like and share a meme that has absolutely nothing to do when you could have shared a post that could have fed a family. So I think when we realize our power, we'll learn to work together better.
So teamwork, Face Cafe, the brand. Teamwork.
And it's not about me. Face Cafe is not about me. Face Cafe is about every beautiful, strong individual that decides to make this be a part of it and build something bigger than themselves, so that we can have something worth bragging about, that we can pass on to our children. So it's not about me. You won't walk into no Face Cafe and see no pictures of me. You won't walk into no Face Cafe and see my story, because what you will see is a strong person that I've already poured into, and that's where you'll see me.
Is that why Face Cafe, all of them are individualized?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Individuality is such a great thing to have, where we're in a community where repetition comes year after year after year. And for you to be a businesswoman and invest in other women. For you to be a businesswoman and just invest in other businesswomen like yourself who may not have those doors open for them right away, that is an awesome thing. And I just want to thank you for that, Ms. Taranika Gilbert Ross.
Thank you.
That is absolutely wonderful. We are having a great time today.
A great time. And I really want to make sure that everyone knows this is a beautiful field. And it's not what everybody puts on to make it. It's hard work. Nothing comes easy. I say it over and over and over. The dream is free. You can dream every night a new dream, but that hustle to make it work,
it's so
separately. It's so separate.
Oh gosh, Taranika Gilbert Ross. It has been. Do you notice that I always call you Taranika Gilbert Ross every time we email on the phone? Because you're just so awesome, and your name it speaks volumes. You guys, make sure you pick up this copy of Postmortem. Oh my gosh.
Woman Made of Glass is debuting next month at the end of July.
Can't wait. It's going on my book club readings. Absolutely.
Watch out for that.
Oh, yes.
And watch out for our upcoming project, Face Cafe Home Meals, grand opening August 17th.
Absolutely.
As well as the School of Face Cafe, School of Glam, coming to Fayetteville, North Carolina, December 2019.
Absolutely. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, Ms. Taranika Gilbert Ross, the face of Face Cafe. You guys, see you next time on Beauty Bosses of the South.